better back up enough to get whoever's going on the left side of the curtain there to... All right, that looks good. The only weird part is, you know, when everyone's speaking, the thing will be focused right in the middle, and the person will be speaking over here, where you typically would try to zoom in on the person. But unless we have someone literally just sit up here.
Indian style.
Might look kind of weird.
Those lights people.
Well, I guess I could also go to Barclays or any of the TVs after.
Yeah, get whatever they got.
Because those are really tight, so this is just kind of a last effort here. All right, getting there. It's just, you know, that's all Dave's show there. That does look cool. Okay, stop.
Incidentally, John, the balloons on the racks on the side.
members, friends, members of the media, Binghamton University on this momentous occasion. My name is Joel Clearer, and I'm the Director of Physical Education, Recreation, and Athletics. As you well know, we're here for the unveiling of our new athletic nickname and logo. At this point, it's my pleasure to introduce the President of Binghamton University, Dr. Lois DeFleur.
Throughout its history, has had a tradition of academic excellence. But what I'm very proud about is it also has a record of athletic excellence that rivals its academic excellence, right? Binghamton received the President's Cup for the best all-round performance of an athletic program in the New England Collegiate Conference. What an accomplishment. I believe that by having a new logo, a new nickname, that we will further enhance the university's reputation and identity. What this will give us is a strong, exciting, visual representation of our university. And so I am so delighted that we're able to unveil the new nickname, the new logo, and then later this year, the actual mascot. Well, I know.
Significant number of people worked over a long period of time to bring us to where we are today. At this time, I'd like to give you a very brief history and synopsis of how we arrived at this day. When Triple Cities College opened in Endicott in 1946, classes met within what was called Colonial Hall, which was named after the architectural style of the building. Men's basketball, track, and tennis were the first varsity sports that were offered in 1946-1947. The logo on the uniforms then was TC. The teams were referred to as the Colonials, and the official colors became green and white. In 1950, we became known as Harper College, and the teams wore either Harper or the letter H on their uniforms. In 1965, the school was renamed the State University of New York, or SUNY, at Binghamton. It was 1981 when we had our first unofficial mascot, who was known as Colonial Bill, named after one of our students, Bill Paolillo, who dressed in a tri-corner hat and patriot garb. In 1982, a member of the baseball team, Alan Hecht, designed the first ever Colonial logo. He graduated before completing the female version of the logo. In 1986, another baseball player named Neil Berg became Colonial Woody, and he carried a replica of a musket at some of our games. 1991, the soon-to-be student government president, Chris Arendt, began wearing a chicken costume to basketball games, and he soon became an unofficial mascot referred to as the Colonial Chicken. 1 year after the appearance of the Colonial Chicken, the university-wide Campus Image Committee was formed and considered a revision to the athletic mascot and logo, among other university-wide issues. Later that year, the University Publications Office created several multi-dimensional alternatives to the colonial logo, but none were considered adequate or universally acceptable. In 1994, cross-country track athlete Joe Weiss became our next unofficial mascot, and he was known as Ballhead. The next year, again, there's a coincidence to this, the athletic department asked that the issue of logo and nickname again be reconsidered. It was 1996 when the athletic department went into compliance with Division II regulations in preparation of entering Division II in 1998. After considerable discussion, a consulting firm, SNE Design out of New York, was hired in the spring of 1998 to help reconsider our athletic identity, which would include a logo change and/or a nickname change. In March of 1998, a committee comprised of students, student athletes, faculty, staff, alumni, and community members was convened. After 2 months' deliberation, the committee determined that both the nickname and the logo should be changed. For the following year, the committee met frequently with representatives of SME, and it was in March of 1999 that campus-wide focus groups got to see and to react to the first images that were offered by SME. After some additional fine-tuning, we have arrived at this point today of unveiling the new nickname and logo for the Binghamton University Intercollegiate Athletic Team. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present the new logo and nickname of the Binghamton University Athletic Department.
donation from a Sayer fundraiser. Also, Pennsylvania's gun laws get a bad review. And we'll tell you the latest path of Hurricane Dennis. Those stories, storm tracker weather, and action sports all next.
For the highlights when we come back.
Stick around for the unveiling of their new nickname and logo right after this. Colonials, and now we'll just have to adjust and get used to a new name.
And some people resist change, but in this case, change is definitely good. Tell you what, it is out with the old and in with the new over at Binghamton University. Now, if you have anything bearing the Colonials logo, you might want to think about hanging on to it. It could just be worth something in a few years, because today the school enters the next millennium. Get ready for the Binghamton University Bearcats. Today, the school makes the name change official. Go Bearcats!
I like it a lot.
After 53 years, the Colonials are history. Binghamton has a new name and a new identity as they embark on a journey towards Division I.
This new logo and image and name brings a sense of vitality and strength, and that's what we have throughout our entire university, and particularly with our athletic teams.
Discussions about changing the logo began nearly 10 years ago, and it was a long and exhausting process that finally got us to today.
We need something the student body could identify with. We need something that the community could identify with, and I'm hopeful that in a couple of years we're going to see Bearcats and BU Bearcats all over Binghamton.
The Bearcat symbolizes strength and cunning, and it gets rave reviews from the players who have to wear it.
Oh, it was jubilation, just pure jubilation. I mean, we've been the logo's been a secret for a couple months now, and we finally saw it, and I mean, I was just excited. I can't wait to wear the new uniforms.
I couldn't believe it. I almost fell down. I was amazed.
It looks good. I mean, a little ferocious. It's good for us.
I'll tell you what, great move on the school's part. The logo looks great, and I mean, check out our craft production team. Hard at work, making sure I had the new Bearcats logo and the monitor behind me. Nice job all around. Binghamton's first athletic competition as the Bearcats is a week from tonight. The volleyball team hosts an invitational. Well,
Pesto High. Can the Golden Bears find their way back to the title game? Mike Ciardi's next with sports.
All right, let's see who picked up some spending money for the weekend, huh? 824 The Daily here in New York. The win for 1773. Pennsylvania now 679. The 4-digit 1811. And the cash 5, 2, 10, 14, 29, and 33.
I think the creative process is a fascinating process in that it can be so creative. And it's based on mutual respect. I respect them, they respect me. One thing I've always wanted to ask you, can you touch your two shoulder blades together? Wow! They watch me and they write it down, and I think that's wise.
Coming in September.
Months exactly, but the high school season is now upon us, and we have games. Tonight, under the lights, Seton Catholic hosting the gyms. Binghamton University is not only competitive, but can be downright dominating. Unfortunately for them, their nickname, Colonials, isn't very inspiring. So after years of talking about it, BU has ditched the Colonial. And at a press conference this evening, Binghamton unveiled their new logo. That's right, they are now the Bearcats. And if you think this has nothing to do with their move to Division I, think again.
You're entering a division. If we're going to change the name of the logo and the mascot after we become Division I, just lends to confusion. It would make sense to me, at least, that we change the name before we enter Division I. And once we enter Division I, we have an identity that stays with us in Division I.
Another reason cited by Thayer was that many of the school students found the Colonial logo unsatisfactory. So from here on in, it's the Binghamton Wildcats. After a heartbreaking loss to Horseheads in the state playoffs a year ago.
For the Wallaces, Kenny, and Rusty, and also the Bodines made the field.
Okay.
All three of them. Todd's racing this week, so we're going to have 3 Bodines racing this weekend in Bristol.
Well, that'll be interesting. Thanks, Michael.
Sure thing.
The history of the United States was
Is morning. Coming up, a back-to-school edition of Fan TV Sports News. They're more than happy in the Valley at Penn State as Joe Pa's Nittany Lions kick off the season with a ferocious roar. And the Bills brush up on their studies with a preseason midterm against the Bengals. So open your books and take note. Fan TV Sports News starts now.
Yeah, we're ready for football season. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Empire Sports Network studios in West Seneca, New York. I'm Josh Mora, and this is Fan TV Sports News. Also in the syllabus for this Saturday afternoon, the Syracuse Orangemen are getting ready to turn their knowledge to power. We'll hear from the head coach. And the short summer break is nearing an end for the Buffalo Sabres. We'll show you who's got to jump on their back-to-school skating. But leading off, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and this one says the answers at wide receiver. We'll look in the back of the book when we come back. Sports Network starts its college. Binghamton has decided to put an end to its colonial history. The school's athletic teams are changing their nicknames from the Colonials to the Bearcats. The school made the change official when they unveiled the school's new athletic logo at a ceremony last night. The change comes in advance of the Bearcats' move from Division II to Division I AA in the year 2001. Binghamton AD Joel Thierer joined Bob Trimble on Fan TV Nighttime Friday and explained the reasons behind the changes.
If you're changing divisions and you're entering a division, if we're going to change the name of the logo and the mascot after we become Division I, just lends to confusion. It would make sense to me, at least, that we change the name before we enter Division I, and once we enter Division I, we have an identity that stays with us in Division I. However, this process started years before we even went into compliance for Division II. There was no affiliation on the part of the campus with the Colonials. The Student Association did a poll probably about 5 or 6 years ago of the student body as to what they thought of the Colonials. Did they like it or not like it? 2/3 of the student body at the time, this wasn't even a move of the athletic department, said they don't like the Colonials. You guys cannot find a piece of merchandise anywhere in this town that says Colonials.
Binghamton University, throughout its history, has had a tradition of academic excellence. But what I'm very proud about is it also has a record of athletic excellence that rivals its academic excellence, right?
That's certainly true. The Bearcats 19 teams will move up to do the Division I AA starting in 2 school years. That's the 2001 and 2002 season. At that time, SUNY Binghamton should be ready to open its brand new $26 million field house. In this decade, the athletic program has brought home 7 national championships and produced 84 Division II All-Americans. But when we come back on Fan TV Sports News, we will update our top stories as the Penn State Nittany Lions take another top team to school. Fan TV Sports News, let's out for the day after this.
There are a lot of